I do have my own bank account, but I hardly ever use it because I never actually have enough to put in. I always spend it, so normally I just keep all my money in my pocket.
I do have a bank account, but I don't have control of it. My mum has control of it. It's used for savings, for stuff like when I get to college or uni.
I use the current account just for everyday use of money, and then use the savings account for saving up for university and a car and things like that.
Well, I needed a bank account because I have a paper round and my money gets paid into my bank account.
I think you need banks to save your money and store it because it's not safe in your house.
Just to help manage our finances, make it a bit more simple for us. We can use it banking digitally now, which I think the banks have had a great hand in doing.
It will help children save more money for what they really want.
I think it's important because it helps people look after their money and helps you to save for things that are really important in life that you need to live and to be happy.
I just check my bank if I need to pay something, make sure the money's there.
I usually check my bank statements, but if I'm not sure, I'll go to an ATM and check my balance.
I'd probably speak to my parents and I'd look at how much money I've got in my bank and then decide whether it was financially a good idea to do it.
I tend to know fairly well my balance in my account, and I tend to think, well, can I really afford this? I tend to think twice before I buy a product, and I may even, if I'm not sure, go back and check and then come back and buy it or not buy it if that be the case.
Predominantly I pay by card, but also pay with cash as well.
Sometimes, if I'm going to go buy something expensive, I go and buy with my card if I've got enough money in it, but sometimes if something at the corner shop or something, I buy it with money.
I've used my card once before, but other than that, it's always cash.
Yeah, pay by cash unless I'm with my mum.
Sometimes I pay by cash, or if something's too expensive for me, I get my dad to use his card and buy it for me.
I think it's really easy because you don't really need to go to the bank, take out money. It's just quick and easy.
It's kind of like an ego boost, I've got the card, but it's not something that I personally would do.
I think it's easier to pay for things with cash because then I know exactly how much money I'm spending. I think if I use the card, I'd probably go a bit over budget.
I think it's better to pay with cheque if you bought something expensive and big.
I'd use cheques for bigger amounts of money, like if I'm going on a school trip or something, and then cash for every day, really.
Cash would be better if it's face-to-face. I think cheque would be better if it's by post or something.
I would use it for stuff like bills and that, not something small.
Probably for a school trip, so then if they lose it or if I lose it on the way, then it can't be used.
Paying with a cheque is a lot easier, and you can handle large sums of money with one piece of paper then.
I don't know what standing orders are.
No, sorry, I don't know what a standing order or direct debit is.
Standing orders are quite good because it comes out your bank account without you having to sort of do the transaction yourself, so it's easy and gets some time to the people that you have to pay.
You know that it's going to come off every month, so you already know that money won't be there for you to spend at the end.
I actually have a standing order, so I take £100 out of my current account and put that into my savings account every month. And I think that helps a lot because I'm not having to do it manually. It does that automatically for me then. But then I can also change that, so if I wanted to make it less money, or if I wanted to stop that for a month if I wasn't earning as much as I usually would, then I can do that.
At the beginning of every month, I usually have £20 in my account.
I might have £10 in there, and that's about it because I spend it by the end.
Generally about £300, and then I save half of that for university when I plan on going there, or if I need it, if I'm going away on holiday, I'll take some out of that as well.
Yeah, I'm quite meticulous. I keep a record of most things, just make sure it's definitely right. I'm not getting ripped off.
My statements normally get put into a drawer. I'll have a quick glance at them, but then they'll probably go straight in the drawer.
I tend to look at my paper statements. I don't really compare them to receipts at all, but I tend to look at them and make sure all my money's going through correctly. And I do actually use a paperless option now as well, which I can see them online then, so that's helping the environment then as well.
I don't really manage my account very well. I barely ever look at how much money is in it, so I think it would probably be a good idea to start looking at it more regularly.
I'd say I manage my money relatively well. I check it about once every week, ensure that I've not spent over.
You know, I'm fairly good with spending money, so I just check it every now and again just to make sure that everything's okay, really.
I think I manage my account well, and I check it once every month.
I usually check it each month, but if I'm really worried, I check it every week.
I do check it quite often, like maybe every week. But sometimes I tend to forget, and then I'm like, oh no, where's that gone? So I do try to check as much as possible.